I think that was the other thing that kind of scared me too, is how much of a pull it actually had. So I think that was the other thing too, is actually very lonely. So time consuming. It's affecting my sleep. I just spent a lot of my time kind of disconnected from life, if you will. I think the first games I would play were like at the library, right? So you go into the library, you could like check in with your library card, and you could play on the library computer games. Let's say I was probably like 8 years old or something like that, doing that. That was the best thing. Well, I mean, 2020, I was still living with my parents. It had gotten to the point where one house was a little too small for everyone, let's put it that way. In many ways, I didn't really know what I wanted to do or where I was going, really, and I think that's kind of the part of the point, is nothing was really going on except just living kind of an ordinary day-to-day existence.
Wait, what am I supposed to do here? Oh no!
When it started getting in the way. When high school started, it just was a really stressful time, and more I found myself using video games as like, I would game instead of going out with friends. Like it started to get to that point where I would be gaming when I should have been doing homework. So it started to be like very important things in my life weren't happening because I was using games, if you will, as like an escape from them because I found them stressful. And I think when you start to kind of disconnect from reality that much, you start to lose sort of motivation to do things. So it became the thing of like, that was really the only thing I wanted to do. Is this really what I want my life to be? Like, I'm working my job and I'm playing 40 hours a week. Plus, you know, I'm still watching YouTube videos and other things on top of that. So it's like, it just became such a consuming amount of time.
Oh yeah, Charlie, you figured it out.
No!
Never mind, you didn't figure it out.
I need to really test myself too. Like, am I addicted to this, but can I actually step away from it? And turns out I could. I don't know if I left with like, here's my list of goals I must check off, but it was more like general things that I wanted to be able to pursue with that extra time I was freeing up. I'd say the first like month was really hard because a lot of my friends, that's all we did together was we'd game. You know, we'd hop on at night and that's what we would do. Because I've been gaming like since the beginning of high school. So we're talking 2020. So we're talking probably like 4 or 5 years of gaming, probably at least 20 to like at the extreme probably 50 hours a week. So it's really, I think, just the habit of it, and then just the social connection that I had really kind of cultivated through it that I really missed, especially for that first, I would say, like month to month and a half. But I think over time, as I got more distance from it, it became easier. And on many ways, I was able to connect with those same friends, but doing other things. Me and one of these friends, we actually were like, okay, we need a hobby. Because this was in the middle of the pandemic. So like, what can we do that's not gaming and it's not like that has to be outside? So we actually picked up golf. And then just started that as a hobby. And that turns out a great way to, you know, both socialize, get out, and as an actual activity you could do in the middle of the pandemic. So honestly, just getting together as friends, just going for hikes. We took time to go out and visit a friend in California. That was awesome. Just stuff like that, but it was stuff actually going places. So it really it just expanded the horizon so much. And like when you start to kind of start doing those things, you see more things that you can do and more ways you can connect with other people. So a major goal since childhood. I mean, honestly, I think in many ways it was to buy a house. In July of this year, I was able to do that. It was kind of a big thing, is to own my own piece of property where it's like, I can do what I want. This is my walls. You know, if I want to throw a basketball through my wall, I can. Buying a house was a big thing. That was probably the biggest one. Redeveloping social relationships outside of gaming and kind of the online thing and being able to a lot more comfortably do that. Really just being in a much better mental space. You know, it's not like I'm like a completely different person. But I think just mentally speaking, I'm a lot happier in life, that's for sure. Like I know what I want to do. I have more purpose in what I do, if that makes sense. It's more that I'm gonna attack the day.